All right, let's bring Paul back in because we are expecting more of it and big time tonight.
And much of the state feeling the impact of this major winter storm system. Rain to the Bay Area, but then snow in the High Sierra. And we're talking about a lot of snow. It's a blizzard warning now for much of the High Sierra, the purple shaded counties with the winter storm warning surrounding that. They're talking about 5 to 8 feet of snow, and to go with that, 50 to 70 plus mile-an-hour winds to blow all of that snow around. Travel is strongly discouraged, to put it mildly. If you were even entertaining that thought in the back of your mind, remove that thought from your mind. This is way too much snow, way too much wind. It's going to last for several days. Look at these futurecast snow amounts, anywhere from 3 feet in some of the lower elevations to, again, potentially 8 feet of total snow accumulation. For us, it's rain. It's the same system bringing that rain towards us, this atmospheric river. This swirl here is the heart of the storm system, the engine that's driving the whole thing. But what it's done is grab a big glob of moisture and send it up towards the coast. And that is the atmospheric river. And that is bringing the rain into the Bay Area. And it's getting more intense as we speak. But the most intense rain is still a few hours down the line. Let's zoom in for a closer look. We do have a little pocket of heavier rain here in southeastern Sonoma County, about to make its way into Napa County. Mostly moderate rain for the North Bay, including most of Marin County as well. Panning farther south, some of the heaviest rain on the radar is falling right over the bay, making its way over towards Oakland and the East Bay, and then it's going to climb over the East Bay Hills and make its way into the Tri-Valley. We also have heavier rain falling down the peninsula and into the Santa Cruz Mountains. That's an area of concern. I'll come back to that in a second. And that rain's going to be spreading over into the Santa Clara Valley as we head through the rest of this evening. So let's switch to Futurecast. I'll take you all the way through the end of the work week on Friday, because we do have the most intense rain that's going to be moving in between 9 o'clock this evening and 1 o'clock tomorrow morning. The heaviest rain and the strongest winds in that time frame. Once that winds down, we're going to be into an off and on shower pattern as we head through Wednesday and Thursday. Neither day is going to be a washout, but there's going to be another glob of moisture moving up towards us by Wednesday night. It's not going to be as intense, but still could cause a few additional issues as that rain falls on already saturated ground. Another area of rain sticking around into early Thursday morning, then a break in the action by midday on Thursday. One more glob of moisture moving up from the south as we head into Thursday evening and Thursday night. That's largely going to depart as we head into early Friday morning. And Friday looks like the driest day we're going to see for the next several. Still a chance of showers, but it's the lowest chance that we're going to see all the way through the weekend into early next week. Just tonight's rain is going to add up from anywhere from just over 3/4 of an inch in San Jose to potentially close to 2 inches of rain on top of some of the higher peaks, even more than that. But of course, we have a longer way to go, and we want to focus on those burn scars. This is the CZU scar outlined in the Santa Cruz Mountains. That's that red outline. We want to highlight the amounts expected just tonight at first for some of the communities surrounding that burn scar. You can see we're talking about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, even close to 2.5 inches of rain over about the next 12 hours or so, and then more rain adding up on top of that. Total amounts in the 3 to 5 inch range. And that's just too much, especially considering that soil just isn't able to absorb the moisture, as Wilson talked about in his interview with the soil scientist. Just can't hold on to the mountainside basically at that point, because it's just going to slide right off. For the LNU and glass fire burn scars, we're talking about slightly lower amounts tonight, but still a little too much in a short amount of time. And then we'll add up more on top of that as we head through the rest of this week. High wind warning is in effect through early tomorrow morning along the coast, and it also includes Solano County. This is where those gusts could get up to 60 to 70 miles an hour, so power outages are going to be a concern. And if you're not included in that, you're not going to escape the winds. They're just not going to be quite as strong. So it's a wind advisory that's in effect through early tomorrow morning, with 55 to 65 mile an hour wind gusts remaining possible as we head through the rest of tonight. So we got a lot to keep our eyes on as we head through the next about 12 hours or so. Temperatures right now are in the 40s. You're likely not to head out for a dog walk or anything like that this evening. It's just going to be unpleasant and getting more unpleasant as we head through the rest of the night. Once the rain starts to taper off, temperatures will dip down to mostly the 40s early tomorrow. In between those off and on showers on Wednesday, high temperatures will reach up into the mid to upper 50s. Really not a whole lot of variation to temperatures across the entire Bay Area, and there won't be for the rest of the week. More off and on showers Thursday, and early shower Friday, then we start to clear out a bit. But scattered showers will be possible Saturday and Sunday, with another chance of more widespread rain on the way by Monday, lingering into early Tuesday. Coming up at 6 o'clock, we'll take a look at how much rain is going to add up across the rest of the Bay Area. Elizabeth?
All right, Paul, thank you.